Cheating is rampant these days. An estimated 75% of all students admit to cheating in U.S. schools. Many of us think of cheating as simply copying answers from someone during a test or quiz, but there are many different ways a student can cheat. We often hear about students who look onto another student's paper, write the answers on their clothing, hide the answers in their shoes, or even on the back of a water bottle label. Some students get tech savvy and take photos of an exam or send answers via text or email. But cheating goes beyond sneaking the answers into the classroom. Cheating includes unpermitted collaboration, altering answers on a test for a regrade, forging a note to receive extra time to study or turn in a project, and using information from another source without noting proper credit. In our own survey of students in high-achieving schools, 95% of juniors and seniors and 90% of middle school students admit to some form of cheating. Why are so many students cheating these days? Often, students cheat because they are stressed out to the point where they make poor choices. Research shows the following reasons why kids cheat. Too much work to do and too little time to do it, especially when students are getting work done late at night and are already exhausted. Copying homework or downloading a paper from the internet often comes from desperation. Some students take many high-level classes because they perceive that is the expectation. Pressure to meet high expectations can be strong from peers, parents, teachers, and colleges. If a student perceives that a teacher doesn't care, the student will not feel as bad about breaking the rules in that class. Students can simply opt out of what they feel is an unfair system. In other words, since they believe the system is biased, unfair, or loaded against them, they don't have to abide by the rules. And then there's the belief that because everyone else cheats, it works against a student if they don't cheat too. We often hear students say, "It's cheat or be cheated." We live in a culture where ethics are often compromised. Commonly accepted cheating is everywhere. Speeding to make it to a meeting, sneaking into a second movie on a single ticket, double parking for just a minute, and tweaking taxes to save money. Students hear in the media about celebrities who cheat on their spouses, athletes who take steroids to gain a competitive edge, and politicians who misuse their power and steal funds. Cheating is often positively reinforced in these circumstances. So how can we encourage academic integrity in this culture? It's not easy to change a culture of cheating, but we can start within a school culture. Here is the story of one school that experienced problems with academic integrity and managed to change the culture. St. Francis High School in Mountain View, California, noticed a problem with cheating in their school community. There were 5 steps to creating a culture of academic integrity. They gathered data, raised awareness through discussion, instituted an honor code and made it part of the culture, educated the community, and supported all the stakeholders involved. Gather data. The process began with gathering data. The Challenge Success team at the school wanted to know how the cheating was happening. They gathered information from students and faculty through interviews and surveys. There were 38 reported incidents of general cheating and 50 reported incidents of plagiarism. Discussion. The Challenge Success team began a school-wide discussion about the issue of integrity. Faculty members noticed the rise in integrity infractions. Students noticed cheating in the classroom and thefts outside of the classroom. The school arranged a panel of kids who spoke candidly to teachers during in-service days. The students shared with the teachers what was happening and how concerned they were about the culture of the school. The school attempted to make the honor code part of its culture. A multi-stakeholder group that consisted of students, parents, administrators, counselors, and teachers rewrote the honor code. An honor code is an agreement with the school community that outlines moral and ethical behavior standards. Every student is responsible for upholding the honor code. Every teacher is also responsible for upholding the honor code. The school also signed up for an online program that helps check for plagiarized papers. None of the work would be worth it if the school hadn't made a huge effort to educate the community, all the stakeholders involved. The honor code is not about catching a cheater, but about teaching integrity. The school focuses on helping students and teachers take responsibility for poor choices. Experts spoke to the entire school community. The school clearly defined cheating. The school is transparent about the honor code and discipline. A full explanation of the policy is available. When a student is in violation of the policy, the school makes a concerted effort to listen to the student. A close look at why the student cheated often helps the student and the school community learn from the mistake. There is a student judicial committee that works with students that have been found in breach of the Academic Integrity Code. This is a committee made up of faculty, administrators, and students. The committee listens to everyone involved and comes together to find a reasonable and appropriate solution in which the student or students can learn to take responsibility. It is redemptive. During senior exit interviews, the school found out that the students felt the education piece was the most poignant. It wasn't about the code or consequences, but about understanding what cheating was and how to make ethical decisions.
We're all bright people here, and we all care so much about what we do and put our everything into it. So for someone to cheat or for someone to sort of cut corners in anything would be to go against what we believe in and what the school believes in too.
The school invested in ongoing support of all the stakeholders involved. The faculty is well supported by the administration and community at St. Francis. There is recognition that teachers cannot be responsible for all the discipline involved with violations of the Honor Code. Teachers can become discouraged when they report violations because students make up excuses, parents try to defend, and the lesson is lost. This often resulted in teachers avoiding the reporting of infractions in the past. There is a need for clear rules on what will happen in the instance of an Honor Code violation. It is too difficult for a teacher to be consistent if the community is not consistent. Teachers model integrity by being a part of the contract. Students understand the importance of the contract when teachers are part of it and believe in it. Teachers are expected to report all violations of the Honor Code for consistency. Teachers are encouraged to have conversations around the topic in meetings and in service days. Students and teachers talk together about the issue. This topic is as important as the curriculum. For example, a teacher may not be aware of cheating in their classroom. Then, students come to believe that the teacher does not care if the teacher doesn't do anything. Students at St. Francis are reminded of the importance of academic integrity each year in each class. They are expected to promote an academic integrity-rich culture. Every year, each teacher in every department is required to have an assignment that examines integrity with the students. Students are educated on the topic of cheating. It is important that students understand what is expected of them and what cheating actually entails. Sometimes they are truly unaware, and students sign an honor code on all large assignments, which reinforces the culture. The school makes the consequences very clear and fair. Students know teachers are part of the deal and will follow through on their part of the contract. Each student is expected to participate in all school activities with integrity.
The academic integrity policy at St. Francis is very student-initiated, and so my junior year here, the focus of the year was all about integrity. So every assembly and class contract at the beginning of the year was very much about integrity, and our ASB actually came up with this logo catchphrase called "Find it, own it, live it." So it was very much about finding what integrity means to you and then really owning that definition and living that out in your academics, in your sports, in extracurriculars, and even outside of school, that it was a definition for you that you could apply to any aspect of your life. And for me, that was very much about being proud of myself. And the school really encouraged us to not focus so much about not cheating. That wasn't the definition they were looking for. They were looking for more of a, at the end of the day, I need to be able to say, wow, I'm really proud of myself today. I didn't cheat. I didn't compromise my personal values at all.
Parents are understandably concerned about violations. They often want to defend their children for fear of a violation going on their student's permanent record. It's important to educate the parent community. It's important for the school to clearly explain the policy and the protocol. In fact, the principal wrote several columns in the school newsletter about the importance of it and the new policies. Also, it is important that parents know that colleges understand people make mistakes. College admissions recognize that adolescence is a time of learning and making mistakes. They recognize the value of the learning experience, depending on the severity, of course. In 1 year, St. Francis saw cheating infractions reduced from 38 to 7, and plagiarism infractions were reduced from 50 to 11. Working with Challenge Success, the school recognized the need for reflection on the process and working with a multi-stakeholder team. They took the time and energy to plan for continued success. Here are some more pieces of advice from members of our Challenge Success community. Start with education. When the students are aware of the issues involved, the consequences, and feel they are well supported, many infractions can be prevented. And when these things do happen, the student can learn from the mistake in an educated-based system as opposed to facing punishment without lesson in a fear-based system, which can often result in students lying or denying guilt. Look for the why with the student and start there instead of with the discipline. Plagiarism-proof assignments. When they are more project-based or you allow and require multiple drafts, it is more effective than a one-shot assessment. If you're using a test, use different versions. This way students can use previous tests to study and you won't have to worry about them looking at other people's tests and old tests. Discipline for cheating includes a meeting with the counselor. Focus on effort and mastery, not on product. Students should be encouraged to produce quality work. Teaching and modeling an appreciation of effort and true learning will support this work. Change the culture. Building a caring community of trust, everyone is helped to get from one point to another. Students will thrive in a climate of care where students know without a doubt their best interest is at heart.